सांसों में बसती है तो मेरी माँ।
दिल की अनोखी सी धड़कन तुम्हारी, सांसों में बसती है तू मेरी माँ।
नजरों में भी तू है, ख्यालों में तू है, तेरे बिना रह न पाएंगे। नजरों में भी तू है, ख्यालों में तू है, तेरे बिना रह न पाएंगे। साईं माँ, प्यारी माँ, साईं माँ, प्यारी माँ। उंगली पकड़ के चलना सिखलाया, जीना है क्या इसका मतलब बतलाया। दूर न जाना कभी तुम, तेरे बिना क्या दिन क्या रातें माँ, तुम आ जाओ ना। तेरे बिना क्या दिन क्या रातें माँ, तुम आ जाओ ना। साईं माँ, प्यारी माँ, साईं माँ,
Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our Lord Sai Ma. Loving Sai Ram to each and every one of you. Today I am going to talk about the significance of Dussehra celebrations. Dussehra is also known as Vijayadashmi and it is a popular festival in India. It is also celebrated by Hindus living in other countries. This is the celebration of the victory of good over evil. The festival lasts for 10 days, beginning on the first day of the Hindu month of Ashwin, which usually falls in September or October. It is celebrated in various ways all over the country. It is observed as Durga Puja, as Vijayadashmi, celebrating the victory of Lord Rama over Ravana, as Navaratri or the festival of 9 nights. The goddess Durga was created by 3 gods, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara, for destroying the demons. The demons sent their most powerful representative, Mahishasura, in the form of a buffalo to fight Durga. The goddess fought with this great demon and killed him. The buffalo represents the lower animal instincts in an aggressive form. The goddess represents the higher, nobler tendencies, also in an aggressive form, the form of Durga. The victory of Durga is the triumph of the aggressive good over evil, the destruction of desires, and the realization of the divine self. Even Rama is said to have performed Durga Puja and invoked the blessings of the goddess before he left for Lanka to fight Ravana. Rama killed Ravana and regained Sita. The story again represents the destruction of evil, that is Ravana, and the reunion with the Supreme Self, that is Rama. The 9 days worship of Navratri is divided into 3 days worship for each of the 3 goddesses. Goddess Durga, the goddess of protection and valor. The worship of Goddess Durga for the first 3 days of the festival signifies the destruction of negative tendencies inherent in man, like greed, jealousy, and so on. It also signifies a man with the tamasic guna. Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. The next 3 days worship of Goddess Lakshmi signifies the establishment of positive tendencies like affection, charity, forgiveness, and so on. This signifies a man with the Rajasic guna. Goddess Saraswati is also known as the goddess of knowledge. The last 3 days dedicated to Goddess Saraswati is the gaining of knowledge of the Supreme Self. This signifies the Sattvic guna. The 10th day, Vijayadashmi, is the day of victory when huge effigies of demon Ravana are burnt with fireworks. This is followed by feasting, entertainment, and rejoicing. The effigies represent the ego. The fireworks in the battle with the ego. When the desires are destroyed, the self or the Atman is realized. 3 days allocated to each goddess to indicate the discipline and training to be practiced at 3 levels of personality, namely physical, mental, and intellectual, to achieve the goals set for each type of worship. The 10th day, Vijayadashmi, represents the enlightenment when all the desires are destroyed and the knowledge of the self has dawned in the individual. The individual is said to have attained God realization. In the early years in Prashanti Nilayam, as part of Navratri celebrations, the palanquin procession would take place. Swami would ascend into the palanquin. Florists used to come especially from Bangalore and make the palanquins with exquisite themes for each of the 9 nights. Each day there would be different theme: a swan on one day, a peacock on another day, a garuda on the 3rd day, a lotus on the 4th day, and so on. It is interesting to note that Swami used to wear dresses based on the theme of the palanquin. The color combination of his robe and his dhoti would be matching the theme. For example, when they had the peacock palanquin, Swami's dress was more like that of Lord Subramanya. When it was Garuda, he used to wear the white robe like Lord Vishnu. Swami ensured that he did everything that would delight the devotees. In fact, many miracles happened during these processions. When Swami was on the palanquin, they used to see Vibhuti getting materialized on his forehead in 3 distinct lines. The Vibhuti would constantly keep falling, and then it would slowly get crystallized into 3 golden lines on his forehead in the horizontal direction. That was one miracle seen very often by the devotees. Even though the procession should be forward looking, they used to actually keep looking back at Swami, who was sitting on the palanquin. They would bang on each other because they didn't want to miss any glimpse. It seems one day Swami was dressed up as Devi, mother goddess, for the procession. When they looked at Swami from the left half of his face, they could see him as mother goddess herself. They saw a red sari, all the flowers on her hair, and the heavy jewelry adorning her. When they saw Swami from the right hand side, they could see him as Shiva, with the Ganges, the crescent moon on his matted locks, and the snake as an ornament on his throat. They also saw Vibhuti marks on his shoulder and the deer skin as his dress. So they saw in one single occasion both Shiva and Shakti together. The divine form is called Ardhanarishwara. During the 60s in Prashanti Nilayam, the Yagnam commenced in the formal way as it is now being done. That is the Bhakti Yoga. Swami started conducting the Vidwan Mahasabha and the Dashera formal celebration. This also represents the Jnana Yoga. Vidwan Mahasabha would take place where great Vedic scholars spoke. Grama Seva was a very important part of the Navratri celebration. This represents the Karma Yoga. Swami also mentioned the inner significance of these yajnas. Our thoughts mainly come from the food we consume. Swami beautifully related that whenever we make an offering with the mantras into the sacred fire, the smoke that arises out of this forms the clouds, which in turn brings rain. This water is so sacred that plants absorb it and produce pure grains. And when we consume these pure grains, we get pure thoughts. The point to note is that during Dashera, we get to see 3 things in Prashanti Nilayam. Karma, that is action, Bhakti, that is worship, and Jnana, that is knowledge, all 3 pathways to God. Karma is in the form of Grama Seva or Narayan Seva. Bhakti is in the form of Yajnam and the rituals, and Jnana is in the form of the Prashanti Vidwan Mahasabha and Swami's discourses and talks by devotees and students. All the facets of our pathways to God are in action. You can select and pick and then start working on that, and you are sure to reach your goal through the way that interests you. Devi Navaratri signifies the worship of nature and protecting all that is given to us. We should not waste or misuse things available in nature. What are the powers existing in nature? For example, there is this electricity light. We are misusing it and thereby causing harm to the nation. Use the light to the extent you may require. Unnecessary usage of it leads to wastage of energy. Similarly, use water wisely and do not indulge in wastage. By wasting and using the water excessively and unnecessarily, we are wasting one of the 5 elements. Scientists are traveling to space and to moon. But even while traveling to moon, man requires the oxygen from the earth, the water from the earth to drink, and the food that is grown out of earth to sustain. On moon, man cannot find any of these things, and so he carries everything from earth. So, if man has to remove his ignorance, he has to worship nature. In the current pandemic time, it is very, very relevant that on this Dussehra, we express our love and gratitude to the Mother Earth for protecting all the creation of hers. Let us earnestly pray to our Mother Sai and receive her unlimited abundance and of grace. Once again, my love and gratitude to the Sri Satya Sai organization for giving me the great opportunity to share some of my insights with you about Dussehra. Sai Ram.
गणेश उमा गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा गणेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश शरणं 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 गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा गणेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा गणेश
माता पिता गुरु बंधु सखा हरि
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 नारायण हरि नारायण तुम हो,
अल्लाह तुम हो, यीशु तुम हो,
अल्लाह तुम हो, यीशु तुम हो,
अल्लाह तुम हो, यीशु तुम हो,
बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र महावीर 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 तुम हो,
सबका मालिक एक है भगवान,
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 नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायण साई नारायणा,
नारायण साई नारायणा,
माता पिता गुरु बंधु सखा हरि,
माता पिता गुरु बंधु सखा हरि,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायण साई नारायणा,
नारायण साई नारायणा,
अल्लाह तुम हो, यीशु तुम हो,
अल्लाह तुम हो, यीशु तुम हो,
बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो,
बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो,
सबका मालिक एक है भगवान,
सबका मालिक एक है भगवान,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायणा हरि नारायणा,
नारायण साई नारायणा,
नारायण साई नारायणा,
माता पिता गुरु बंधु सखा हरि,
जननी जननी सत्य साई शुभ जननी, 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 जगत्कारिणी परिपूरणी साईश्वरी जननी, जगत्कारिणी परिपूरणी साईश्वरी जननी, जगत्कारिणी परिपूरणी साईश्वरी जननी, जगत्कारिणी परिपूरणी साईश्वरी जननी, सत्यस्वरूप सत्यस्वरूपिणि जननी सत्यस्वरूपिणि जननी सत्यस्वरूपिणि जननी सत्यस्वरूपिणि जननी धर्म संवर्धिनि जननी धर्म संवर्धिनि जननी धर्म संवर्धिनि जननी धर्म संवर्धिनि जननी शांत स्वरूपिणि जननी शांत स्वरूपिणि जननी शांत स्वरूपिणि जननी शांत स्वरूपिणि जननी प्रेम प्रदायिनि जननी प्रेम प्रदायिनि जननी साई प्रेम प्रदायिनि जननी साई प्रेम प्रदायिनि जननी 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 सत्य साई शुभ जननी 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 सत्य साई शुभ जननी जगत्कारिणी परिपूरणि साईश्वरी जननी जगत्कारिणी परिपूरणि साईश्वरी जननी सत्यस्वरूपिणि जननी सत्यस्वरूपिणि जननी धर्म संवर्धिनि जननी धर्म संवर्धिनि जननी शांत स्वरूपिणि जननी शांत स्वरूपिणि जननी प्रेम प्रदायिनि जननी प्रेम प्रदायिनि जननी साई प्रेम प्रदायिनि जननी साई प्रेम प्रदायिनि जननी 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 सत्य साई शुभ जननी
अम्ब परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी अम्ब परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां श्री भुवनेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी श्री भुवनेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी आनंद रूपिणी पालय मां सदानंद रूपिणी पालय अम्ब परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी आदि पराशक्ति पालय मां श्री भुवनेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी आनंद रूपिणी पालय सदानंद रूपिणी पालय अम्ब परमेश्वरी अखिलांडेश्वरी
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. My life is my message, expansion is my life. My life is my message, expansion is my life. My life is my message, expansion is my life. No season for love, no reason for love, no birth, no death. सत्य आनंद शांति सत्य आनंद प्रेम सत्य आनंद शांति धर्म आनंद साई पति बाबा जय जय शिरडी साई पति साई प्रेम साई जय जय लव इज माय फॉर्म ट्रूथ इज माय ब्रेथ पीस इज माय फूड Love is my form, truth is my breath, peace is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, peace is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food.
దేవి నవరాత్రములు అనగా ఏమిటి ఈ యొక్క అర్థం? వాట్ ఇస్ ది మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దేవి నవరాత్ర? నవరాత్రములు అనగా 9 రాత్రులు. దిస్ నవరాత్రులు మీన్స్ 9 nights. రాత్రి అనగా ఏమిటి? వాట్ డు యు మీన్ బై నైట్? చీకటితో కూడినటువంటి దానిని రాత్రి అంటాం. నైట్ ఈజ్ అసోసియేటెడ్ విత్ డార్క్నెస్. చీకటి అనగా ఏమిటి? వాట్ డు యు మీన్ బై డార్క్నెస్? అజ్ఞానమే చీకటి. ఇగ్నోరెన్స్ ఈజ్ డార్క్నెస్. కనుక మానవత్వములో 9 రకములైన చీకట్లు ఆవిర్భవించినాయి. హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్స్ సఫర్ ఫ్రమ్ 9 types of darkness. ఈ 9 విధములైనటువంటి యొక్క అహంకారములే మానవుని ఆవిర్భవించినటువంటి చీకట్లు. ది 9 types of ego, forms of ego, are the 9 types of nights. ఇట్టి నవరాత్రులను మనము ప్రకాశవంతంగా చేసుకునవలనన్నా దేవి నవరాత్రులు. దేవి అనగా ఎవరు? If you want to illumine your 9 nights, you have to resort to Devi. Who is Devi? Parvati, Parameshwarudu annaru. It is said Parvati and Parameshwar. Lakshmi Narayanudu annaru. Lakshmi Narayana. Saraswati Brahma annaru. Saraswati Brahma. అనగా ఈ పార్వతి పరమేశ్వరునికి ముందుగా పార్వతిని ఎందుకు పెట్టాడు? Why is the name of Parvati given before Parameshwar? నారాయణునికి ముందుగా లక్ష్మిని ఎందుకు పెట్టాలి? Why is Lakshmi? Why should it come before Narayana? బ్రహ్మకు ముందుగా సరస్వతిని ఎందుకు పెట్టాలి? Why should the name Saraswati come before Brahma? అనగా మానవుడు మొట్టమొదట శక్తిమయంతో ప్రారంభమయ్యాడు. That means man's life has started from Shakti. The mother అనగా శక్తి refers to Durga, లక్ష్మి, సరస్వతి. ఈ మూడింటి యొక్క స్వరూపమే ప్రకృతి యొక్క శక్తులు. The three types of the powers of nature are Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswati. కనుకనే ప్రకృతి పరమాత్మ అన్నారు. అనగా ప్రకృతియే శక్తి, పరమాత్ముడే శక్తిని అరికట్టుకున్నటువంటి వాడు. That is why it is said there is nature and the creator. Nature is controlled by the creator.
Swami says, Avatarinchita yantulo arthamemi. Why does God manifest? For what does God manifest? And then Swami tells in one of his writings, he says, do you think God manifests to destroy the evil? He says, no. Why does the cow produce milk? It is not for you to make coffee and have. Right? You do that also, but that is not the purpose why the cow produces the milk. The cow produces the milk for the calf. And Swami says, similarly, when an avatar comes, so many other things happen. Dharma Sthapana happens, the evil get destroyed, and probably somebody gets rewarded, some institutions get built, somebody gets education, somebody gets cured. But the avatar does not come for that. Swami said, those are all the other things that you do with milk. What is that which the avatar comes for? Swami says, Janulapai Preeti Vatsalya Paratatoda. He says he comes armed with two kinds of love. He says Preeti and Vatsalya. Preeti is interpersonal love, right? You have the love between two people. And Vatsalyam is the love that a mother has for the child. We all know God loves, right? We have no doubt about that. But does he love me? The avatar comes for that. To build that one-on-one relationship with each one of us. And that is why he specifically says, equipped with Preeti and Vatsalya I come. So that you look at me and say, this is my Swami. Whatever is mine is his. He comes for that, and in fact, the early devotees who came to Patha Mandir, many of them had visited Ramana Ashram. Ramana was still alive then. Many of them have been to ashrams in Rishikesh and Himalayas. So they thought there's going to be something like that. So what is this Sai Baba teaching? And they come here, and what is Swami doing? Fun, frolic, and nothing more than that. So many of the devotees who came, they wondered, there is no rigor in this ashram. There is no yoga, there is no dhyanam, there is no japam. Swami is getting up and everybody is having breakfast and they're all running around. They're having a lot of fun. And that was precisely what Swami was doing. Swami was making everybody concentrate only on him. One of the things Karunamba Ramamurthy's mother says is that when she came, she was quite disappointed. There was no ashram atmosphere. And you know, when did all of these Suprabhatam, Nagar Sankirtan and all begin? It's a very important lesson for all of us. She would say that as Swami began traveling more, as devotees began staying in the ashram without Swami's presence, Swami gave them these tools of schedules to keep themselves focused on Swami in the physical absence of Swami. So that explains why it is very important for each one of us today to be participating in all of these activities. Because it was precisely created for moments like this. If you miss Swami, you have to participate in all of these activities. And the reason why it was not there was because it was not necessary. Swami was constantly singing bhajans, and all those bhajans were soaked with devotion, bhakti bhavam. There were points when Swami would sing Meera bhajans or bhajans, songs the Gopikas would sing, and Swami would start crying profusely, like a devotee would. We refer to that as Madhura Bhavam, right? Swami would go off into Madhura Bhavam and start crying profusely as though it is a Gopika pining for Krishna. There was a time when Swami was singing a song like this and Swami started crying. Kumkum started coming out of Swami's forehead. And even as they were seeing, they found that a sari appeared over Swami's head. They found bangles around Swami's wrist. They found a nose ring on Swami's nose. They found earrings. Swami had given them the darshan of Radha. It is said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an avatar of Lord Vishnu, where Lord Vishnu comes in the form of a devotee to experience what joy a devotee experiences.
Giridhara Yaduvara Krishna Murari Shyama Sundara Pitambaradhari Giridhara Yaduvara Krishna Murari Shyama Sundara Pitambaradhari.
And similarly, like that, Swami wanted to feel that joy. Not only Swami wanted to feel the joy, Swami wanted to tell them that this is what you need to do. Even when he would give a discourse, what would he speak about? He would cull out those episodes which portray devotion and bhakti from Mahabharata, Ramayana and talk about them. Swami was clearly sending a message, bhakti, bhakti, bhakti.
భక్తి 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 ఈ రెండక్షరములందే సర్వస్వము ఇవి ఉంటున్నారు. భక్తి అనేటువంటిది బకారం ప్రధానమైనటువంటిది. ఆ భా అనేటువంటి కాంతి నుంచి తీ అనేటువంటిది ఆ కాంతిని ఆకర్షించేటువంటిది తీ. భక్తి శక్తి, భక్తి నుండి శక్తి, శారీర మానసిక ఆధ్యాత్మిక శక్తులు మూడింటి యొక్క ఏకత్వమే శక్తి. ఈ రెండింటి ద్వారా రక్తి, ప్రాపంచిక సంబంధమైన రక్తి. ఈ ప్రాపంచ సంబంధమైన రక్తిలో మనం మునిగి తేలటం చేత విరక్తి, అప్పుడే దైవ రక్తి. భగవంతుడు మనకు భుక్తి కూడాను అందిస్తాడు. ఈ భుక్తి చేతని దేహంను కాపాడుకొని దైవ రక్తిని మనం పొందాలి. తర్వాతనే దీని వల్లనే ముక్తి అనేటువంటిది లభ్యమవుతుంది.
The year 1946 was very special for another reason. Many of the festivals were celebrated for the first time during this year. But in a very big way, a festival was celebrated in 1946, which continues even till today, and that happens to be the Dashara festival. As we said, the first few years, 1945, 44, and the years before that, Swami was traveling during the Dashara time. Swami was in Mysore during Dashara. So for the first time, Swami was in Puttaparthi, and some devotees made this request. Swami, why not celebrate Dashara here in Puttaparthi? We are all here. Swami readily agreed, but under one condition. Swami said, no advertisement. Whoever is here, whoever comes, we'll celebrate. No sending word, no gathering people. So they agreed. There were a few families which had come a couple of weeks back. They stayed on. But news quickly spread. A lot of people started coming. So Seshagiri Rao comes and tells Balapatabi, see, a lot of devotees are going to come. At the end of it, we have to give all the devotees prasadam. So we need vibhuti. So you go and ask Swami that he should give us vibhuti that we can give all the devotees. Swami comes himself and Swami says, hey, a lot of devotees are going to come. We need to give them prasadam. And Swami says, go get one tin or empty vessel, something like a drum. So they bring this huge drum, an empty drum, and Swami says, okay, keep it here. And Swami starts rubbing his hand over the mouth of that vessel. And in no time, the vessel fills up with vibhuti. And Swami says, you keep this, pack this and give all the devotees. And then Swami specifically says, this is from my dhuni, he says. So slowly the devotees start coming in cartloads. Before they could realize there's a huge crowd. The place is agog with activity. Somebody sends a generator from Trichrapalli, Trichy. Somebody sends a huge generator that comes. But the problem is it runs on petrol, and during those times, petrol was not so easily available. And you can imagine it's definitely not available in a place like Puttaparthi. So they were disappointed that, the generator is there, the lights are there, everything else is there, but there's no petrol. So Swami says, all right, go fetch some water from the well and fill the generator. During the Shirdi avatar, when the shopkeepers refused to give Baba oil, he filled water in the lamps and lit the lamps. This seems to be like an upgrade of the same miracle. This time he fills water in the generator and the generator runs the lamps. As we all know, Dussehra is a festival where we worship Swami as the mother aspect.
भक्ति पूजाली दे बाबा कुने चेयु पूजाली दे भक्ति पूजाली दे.
So he is Shiva, he is Shakti too. So they start worshipping him, and there is this beautiful tradition of Kumkum Puja, which goes on even today. It started way back then, but then it was a little different. Swami was seated on a throne like this. On either side of him were Miss Leela Mudalyar, who's the daughter of Lokanath Mudalyar, and the other girl was Vijay Kumari or Vijayma of the Kuppam family. They were sitting at Swami's feet and they were doing this Kumkumarchana directly to Swami's feet. And all the other ladies were seated in rows, and they were all doing this Kumkumarchana. And on each of the 9 days this happened. Some days they all came and offered the kumkum to Swami's feet. Some days Swami walked to each one of those people and accepted their offerings. Then Swami gave blessings to all of them. Then there was bhajans from 8 to 9. In the evening, they had this beautiful procession in which they began taking Swami. A wonderful palanquin was made, bedecked with flowers. And Swami was seated on that. And Swami would be taken on this procession. Of course, over the years, we're talking about the first Dussehra. Over the years, this palanquin procession became even more grand. It so became that in the subsequent years, there would be one special palanquin for each day of the Dussehra. Swami would be dressed according to the day on which the procession was taking place, because we know that each day is meant for one particular deity, one particular Devi. So Swami would dress in different colors. And the villagers around Puttaparthi have never seen something like this. This is such a grand celebration. So whether they liked Swami, they didn't like Swami, they were devoted to Swami, they were not devoted to Swami, all of them came. They wanted to see what is this, what is happening. Sometime back he was playing with his playmates around. And today they're taking him in a procession like this. Jealousy, so they all hide in different places. And they try to disrupt the procession by throwing stones. And the devotees realize that all the stones thrown transform into flowers and fall on Swami. But Swami was looking so charming, so beautiful, that nobody had the heart to turn away from Swami and walk. So they would all look at Swami and walk backwards. And Swami seated on the palanquin will say, hey, watch out, there's a ditch over there. Hey, there's a turning over here. You have to go like this, you have to go like that. Swami, wearing all these garlands, thick garlands, playfully would pluck a few flowers and throw it at the people at the procession. And what Swami throws will become lockets and rings and trinkets like that. And many of the devotees cherished that for many, many years. So this procession would start sometime in the evening once it becomes a little dark, and it would go and it would go and it would go. By the time they return, sometimes it would be 2 in the night. And these devotees would wonder, where did we go? They would say, we didn't come across the same buildings and same landmarks again and again, so we were not going in circles. Where did we go? So some of them would go the next morning and they would go around, and they would say that however slowly we walked, we would cover all the lanes in 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Where did we walk for 4 hours? During the last day, the final Vijayadashmi day, Sakama dressed Swami like a prince. They put garlands of pearls and diamonds. They made Swami wear bracelets. And she said, he's a prince, he should be dressed up like a prince. And of course, Leela Mudaliar, she notes that on the final day, they took Swami towards the edge of the village. We all know that Dashera is celebrated for multiple reasons. And one of the reasons is we believe that it is the day on which Ravana was killed by Lord Rama. Right? So in some places in India, we have the celebration of having a huge Ravana built and he's shot down. It goes up in flames. So they took Swami to a place in the outskirts of the village, and there is a tradition, there is a particular tree, I think she writes it's a Vanni tree. That tree is dressed up like it is Ravana, and they gave Swami a bow and arrow and they asked Swami to shoot down the tree. So everything, whatever they had, to make that festival so grand and so special. And Swami conceded, Swami gave himself for the celebrations. And that is how the first Dashera was celebrated. And as I mentioned, as the years go on, this would become one of the grandest celebrations in Parthi. And as we see it even today, more and more attributes got added to this festival. And today it is what it is.
Narayana जय